So welcome back to another episode of Bull Seal. So today we are in conversation with the managing director of Apex Ecotech Limited. So wanna know more about the company? So let's get bullish. Hello sir, how are you?
I am very good, thanks.
So sir, I would like to know from the very beginning कि like आप इस field में कैसे आए and like आपने कैसे start किया everything.
See, initially I was working for a company, and in fact, changed couple of companies after my engineering. So I am basically a chemical engineer, and thereafter, after having worked with one of the companies, I decided कि मेरे को थोड़ा अपना कुछ करना है. And so, having limited resources, so I started as a dealer of a company. It's a Pune-based engineering company and a very good company. I give a lot of credit to that company for teaching me a lot of things. So I became their dealer for a large number of years, and but however, in the back of my mind, I always had this that I had to start something of my own. So from I joined them probably in the year, if I recall, 1988, and I had my stint with them till 94, and then I became subsequently their dealer, and then in 2009 I started this company. So we are basically a water treatment company, water and wastewater treatment company. And we set up many projects. So this is how the journey started. And now we are very well entrenched into it.
So like water waste management is a very like new field because you came from a different background. So like how did you came up with the idea that I need to start a water treatment plant of my own?
No, not really, because the company I'm talking about was also into water and wastewater, though I was into the energy division. But
Okay.
then, as a dealer, I was looking after and selling smaller water treatment plants. And I was interacting with their team of people who were proficient in their line of work in water treatment. So at that time, I felt that there was a lot of demand in water, and water, typically the industry was quite unorganized and disorganized. So I thought there's a lot of space to make a dent for yourself. And that is the time I thought कि demand तो रहेगी and I mean it's there to stay. पानी की कमी हो ही रही है, so why not do something which business के साथ साथ एक personal gratification भी मिले. तो अच्छा लगता है कि अगर आपका कोई चीज़ लगाओ और वो it is somehow helping vicariously, the mankind that way. So you feel there's a feel good factor about the whole thing. So that's how I came into this.
But like जैसे कि जो water waste management sector है, it's quite unorganized right now
Right.
also, and the players are also quite unorganized. The government also at some point of time didn't used to support that sector, and industries also are not much favorable because the cost of setting it increased too much capacity and everything. So like what do you think, like what were the difficulty that you faced at the very initial point of time?
See, you're absolutely correct. Water and wastewater industry per se, people don't want to invest too much money into it. You can define this industry or this into three different, verticals. The one vertical is your household water treatment plants, like you have your mini RO systems and you have water purifiers at home. The upper scale is the municipal, that is the infrastructure one. And in between is the industry and the commercial establishments like hospitals, hotels, and all the industry. So what happens is that these people, the municipal one is generally driven by the state government or the center government, and household we all know. So we thought we'll do something in the industrial level where these are very high guzzlers of water. उनके वहाँ पे खपत पानी की बहुत ज़्यादा है. And फिर वो जब discharge करते हैं तो the lot of effluent is generated. So if you see, there are companies who are in this field for the last 50 years, but then consolidation नहीं है. So maybe people are doing, the biggest company in India is doing maybe 2-3,000 crores of worth of business. And there was, like I said, a lot of arena where you could make your presence felt by doing something, more or being a little more organized than the others. That was what, kept me on initially.
तो जैसे कि जब आपने कंपनी स्टार्ट की होगी, आप जैसे कि वी हैड रीड अबाउट योर कंपनी एंड वी जस्ट फाइंड दैट यू हैव अ वेरी लार्ज प्लेयर्स इन्वॉल्व ऑल्सो एज योर क्लाइंट्स. सो आपको कैसे लाइक उनको ऑनबोर्ड करने के लिए क्या चैलेंजेस आए, आपने कैसे ऑनबोर्ड किया और फर्स्ट प्लेयर कौन था? बिकॉज हिंदुस्तान यू मेनी सच लार्ज कंपनीज आर ऑलरेडी इन्वॉल्व इन योर एंड दे आर लाइक योर क्लाइंट.
See, in 2009, we started this company,
हाँ.
and we were four founders basically that time. Five were there, but one left at a much earlier phase. So I can say predominantly we were four of us, and each had a skill set of its own. So Ramesh was there, who was a technical head, and he was brilliant in his work. Ajay was again, he was the spearheading the marketing, and I was also basically a marketing guy, and Mr. Datta was the execution guy. So we thought we will complement our strengths, and our understanding, and set up a company pan India. That was the objective. So basically, initially we were more into commercial establishments because that was our forte. We were more into malls and hospitals and hotels and resorts. But then we realized that the societies, then the gestation period of actually implementing a project became longer क्योंकि घर बनने हैं तो उनको inhabitation के लिए 3-4 साल लग जाते थे. So we shifted to industry because we knew industry from our yesteryears and our experience as a employee of different companies. तो हमने जब इंडस्ट्री में गए where the gestation period is lesser, it generally ranges from 8 months to 12 months. And we typically decided to move into, by design, into companies who are already understanding the subject. Because हमने पहले जब काम किया तो we lost good amount of money because people in India wanted to manage water and not treat water.
Okay.
When I say manage means they will find ways and means कि पानी को कैसे बिना पैसे खर्च करे इधर उधर कर दे. तो बड़े सारे तरीके हैं करने के ऐसे. तो we thought कि we will work with companies who have a better understanding. And automobile sector is the one which we decided कि इनके साथ काम करेंगे. So predominantly हमने Japanese companies के साथ फिर बहुत काम किया अगले 5 साल. And to our, that strategy worked really well because we understood their techniques. They were far more advanced and knowledgeable in this field. So we didn't have to go and explain to them कि आपको ये plant क्यों लगाना है. And typically water treatment के बाद effluent treatment या waste water treatment के बाद the next step was recycling. और recycling का next step was evaporation. तो आपका उसको पूरे सबको मिला के बोलते हैं zero liquid discharge. कि आपके बाहर कोई पानी नहीं जा रहा, जो आ रहा है आप अपना कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं, खपत कर रहे हैं उसकी. सो जीरो लिक्विड डिस्चार्ज इज द कंसेप्ट बेसिकली. And our Japanese clients, they told us some technologies and techniques which they were using in Japan and other countries. Similarly, the American counterparts. So we learned from them a lot, and at times where we were going awry or we were making mistakes in our design because this field is ever evolving. इसके अंदर बहुत सारी टेक्नोलॉजीज हर रोज आती हैं, इट्स एंड एक्सक्यूज मी, एंड इट मे नॉट बी दैट एस्टैब्लिश्ड बट आती हैं. सो यू गेट स्वेड बाय इट. सो वी वांटेड टू गो विद कंपनीज हु आर वेल इंटरेस्टेड इनटू द मार्केट. और उनसे हमने बहुत सीखा भी, लगाया भी, और वो लोग प्लांट लगवाते भी हैं और चलवाते भी हैं. तो हमें काफ़ी उनसे वो हुआ. सो हाफ द जॉब वाज डन कि हमें किसी को बताना नहीं पड़ा. द अदर पार्ट वाज दिस इज मोर लाइक ए कंसल्टेटिव सेलिंग. आपको अपना डिज़ाइन देना होता है. वो फिर 3-4 कंपनीज को बुलाते हैं, देखते हैं किसका डिज़ाइन बेटर है, किसका इफेक्टिव है, किसका रोबस्ट है, वैल्यू एडेड है, किसका जो टेक्नोलॉजी है उसमें ऑपरेशनल कॉस्ट कम है, लाइफ साइकिल कॉस्ट, ये सारी चीज़ें वैल्यूएट करते हैं. एंड थैंकफुली वी हैड द अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट. सो वी कुड विन ऑर्डर्स फ्रॉम most of the automobile companies. So that we did for quite a few number of years. कोविड में वी हैड दिस सेटबैक कि हमारा फोकस ज़्यादा ऑटोमोबाइल पे था. तो कोविड
Why so?
because like I said, it was a rich sector. It was dominated by players from Japan and US. And they had the understanding of क्या हमें प्लांट लगाना है, जीरो लिक्विड डिस्चार्ज. तो आपको उनको बेसिक्स नहीं समझाने थे और वो प्लांट लगवा के चलवाना भी चाहते थे.
Okay.
तो हमारे को ही अंडरस्टैंडिंग थी सूनर और लेटर ये सब चीज़ें मार्केट में विल बिकम व्हाट इज़ ए लग्जरी प्रॉब्ली टुडे विल बिकम ए नीड टुमारो. तो ये लगना ही लगना है. आज नहीं लगेगा, 5 साल के बाद लग जाएगा, 10 साल के बाद लग जाएगा. व्हेन पीपल विल अंडरस्टैंड द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ द वाइट गोल्ड विच इज़ वाटर. आई मीन इट इज़ पीपल टॉक अबाउट ब्लैक गोल्ड एंड दिस इज़ गोइंग टू बी सो स्केर्स. सो ये हमारी एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग थी. उस पर हमने कहा हम प्लांट लगाएंगे, रेफरेंसेस बनाएंगे अपने, एंड व्हेन द टाइम कम्स वी विल बी रेडी फॉर द टेक ऑफ. तो कोविड में सारे ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री बंद हो गई एंड सडनली वी रियलाइज वी वर आउट ऑफ बिजनेस एट ऑल. वी हैड नो बिजनेस एंड बिकॉज वी वर लिमिटेड टू वन सेक्टर ओनली. एंड ऑल दीज MNCs पेमेंट टर्म्स वर नॉट एन इशू. मतलब पेमेंट वॉज नॉट एन इशू. आपके पैसे कभी भी रुकते हैं, मरते नहीं थे. आपकी परफॉर्मेंस करो और आपको पैसे मिलते थे। तो आपने नहीं भी कभी कभी परफॉर्म करा तो वो आपको परफॉर्म करवा देते। तो उसमें वही मैंने कहा था, लर्निंग कर्व वाज अमेजिंग। उसके बाद फिर कोविड में हमने सारों ने बैठ के, वी यूज्ड टू हैव ऑलमोस्ट 4-5 hours ऑफ सेशन एवरी डे प्रैक्टिकली, यू नो, ऑल द प्रमोटर्स एंड सम ऑफ द ऑफिस गाइज ऑन ए वीसी, एंड वी स्टार्टेड रेट्रोस्पेक्टिंग कि हमने कहाँ गलती करी, कैसे हम इम्प्रूव करेंगे, ये सब करके तो हमने डिसाइड किया कि वी विल मेक फोरेज इनटू डिफरेंट सेक्टर्स। And today, fortunately, we are working with companies like Hindustan Unilever. We are working with Mukund. We are working with Reckitt. We are working with, I mean, all the top brands. We are with Piramal. We are into pharma. We are into chemicals. We are into FMCG. We are working with ice cream companies, with aromatics. So Haldiram, we are doing a couple of projects. Hindalco, we are doing Aditya Birla Group. We are doing a couple of projects. So now the spread, and automobile office was there. So the spread became all across. So our dependence on a sector was no more there. And today we have a gambit of industries and applications we are catering to. So, I mean, God forbids if something like this comes up again. So it will not happen that couple of sectors, even if they go down, the other sectors will always be there. So the spread is quite huge now.
Do you think like COVID mein you were saying ki business was shutting down, and at that point of time, and after like 4 years from COVID, you're coming with an IPO. So how did that sudden shift came?
See, I feel that there is going to be a lot of consolidation in the market. जहाँ पे भी हम abroad गए, whether we went to Europe or China or other countries, nobody actually wants to spend money on treatment of the effluent or recycling because it doesn't add value to their revenue.
Yeah.
So this is one of a compliance issues. So now the government has understood and people have understood, and the investors from outside, they understand the importance, and therefore they are
The need of
ensuring.
sustainable development, you would say?
Correct, absolutely. So that is the sustainable is a word which is a you know main thing which people are talking about today, and which is also factual that over a period of time, if you are not going to foresee that these kind of things which are your natural elements are not going to remain, so all this we are talking about remains of no use. तो सस्टेनेबिलिटी के लिए पानी इज द कोर थिंग, यू नो, हवा पानी ये सब चीज़ें कोर ही हैं, लैंड अर्थ। तो पानी को अगर आप आंख बंद करके अगर आप इसको सलाइन वाटर में बना देंगे तो वो खत्म हो जाएगा, एवरीथिंग विल फिनिश। सो व्हाट हैपेंड वाज ऑल दीज पीपल व्हेन they were there, तो कंसोलिडेशन में दी स्मॉलर प्लेयर्स विल एक्चुअली बिकम सर्विस प्रोवाइडर्स और विल cease to exist. Now with more compliances by the government, more bigger level of industry coming into picture, so the size of the project is also increasing. And therefore earlier we had approached a couple of VCs also, because that was the name of the game, VC was in things. So I approached a couple of VCs and got a company evaluated, and it didn't work out. So this idea was mooted by one of my friends, and then subsequently by our auditors also. And we thought that we will, first see what is our vision, how it suits us. And initially there was probably an apprehension कि पता नहीं क्या होगा. But then we met some right guys in our life. That's how destiny is all about. You meet right people at the right time, and things, the doors start opening. So we realized that we can generate funds to leverage our business. And I think that's how it happened. And it's a journey. And आजकल तो बहुत ज़्यादा diligence है. So आपकी क्या है कि आपकी कंपनी भी उस वजह से काफ़ी साफ हो जाती है, जैसे पाप होके निकलती है बंधन के बाद. It's like that. So I'm quite glad that we went through it, and we are in the final stage now.
Okay.
So that's the idea.
So like ऐसा generally देखा गया है कि जैसे कि जब if you are raising money from the VC, you get a money at a very good PE, but generally in SME IPO, because there are too many norms now, you have to get you can get money at a very low PE. So like what is the benefit of getting an IPO or versus of getting funds through VC according to you?
See, I was told, I don't have the first-hand experience, but I was told, and I read through all these articles and papers that, people have invested a lot of time into creating their own, companies and babies, I would say, and nurturing them into large organizations. when the VC start coming in, their objective is to make quick money out of the whole thing.
Hmm.
So they would actually pump in money for a larger chunk of money, which comes back to them. So the pressure to perform, even if you're not ready, is very high.
Hmm.
And they would want a higher pound of flesh. And finally, I've seen all the VCs end up into the market only.
Hmm.
I mean, they have to create a bubble or increase the price to a certain level and then pitch it to the public to,
For the
disinvest
exit
from,
route.
yeah, for exit route. So that was not the objective. The objective was, to eh, organically and ethically grow the company.
Hmm.
Believe in people who would believe in us. And
Hmm.
then I am also a believer of generational business.
Hmm.
So I felt that my co-partners,
Hmm.
they are, the younger than me, and my
Hmm.
son and my partner's kids can join and take it further. So this was the basic idea, and I felt that going through this route was more comfortable, gives you
Hmm.
more space to work properly, and you're also at any given time you're available. Your all your things which are there are open to the market. They can see what you're doing.
Hmm.
So felt a little more comfortable into going ahead with this scheme rather than the VC. And then we had read, uh, people exiting from their main
Hmm.
company. So was not so comfortable about it. So idea of just making money was not there. Idea was to do something more than that.
Okay. So like just after the IPO and like when you're coming with an IPO also, IPO will be launching very soon. So what are like your challenges that you're going to face and what are your thing that you're going to do after the IPO has been launched? What are the things that are in your mind that you're going to do with the funds and everything?
See, in terms of operation, I don't think so there's going to be much of a change because we were always a very clean company.
Okay.
We've been very truthful from the very beginning. We have been always trying to maintain all our compliances. Yes, of course, there'll be added compliances, but then so are, there are peers and there are consultants to guide us accordingly.
Hmm.
So, in terms of compliances issue, I don't think so there's going to be much of a change in our
Hmm.
mindset. Definitely, the corpus is going to help us to approach for a bigger ticket size in terms of projects. It also gives us in the back of mind that we have funds to execute bigger projects. You have a better talent acquisition because once you get into an IPO, you can offer ESOPs to your employees for that is something that I have in mind, that
Hmm.
you can retain manpower,
Hmm.
and your credibility in the market grows multifold.
Hmm.
So it's something that it's a win-win situation. We have almost a lot of projects in hand,
Hmm.
and one of the deterrent of going ahead with these projects was, of course, the available cash.
Hmm.
So we also do a lot of due diligence within ourselves. When we started this company, I'll just digress for a minute.
Hmm.
So we were like, I don't know if you've seen this movie Ben Hur. There are four horses which are streets which are running a chariot. It's a chariot race, and they were never winning assets. So
Okay.
by tweaking the position of the streets,
Hmm.
they started winning. So sometimes you need a small tweak in your operations and setup,
Hmm.
and everything starts falling in place.
Yeah.
So I felt that with this kind of thing, you have more kind of understanding. You are meeting different level of people. Then also, I'm a firm believer of increasing productivity rather
Hmm.
than increasing manpower.
Hmm.
So I mean, if we are doing X and we start doing double X or 2X or 3X, doesn't mean that we are going to increase in manpower. We are going to increase the efficiency of the person within the
Hmm.
same number of hours. So I'm
Hmm.
also a stickler of work-life balance.
Hmm.
So I don't believe that you need to put in too many hours of work at the cost of your family life or of your me time.
Hmm.
So I believe that you can work if you give 8 to 10 hours of your
Hmm.
life on a daily basis. I think it
Hmm.
should be good enough to take you to a different level. So maybe a lot of people won't agree to what I'm saying, but
Hmm.
this is every man to himself types, or a woman to himself. So I felt that by doing this, like the new concept of AI is coming into picture, and which is highly disruptive by itself.
Hmm.
So all this will come into play, and we will make this company compliant with a lot of things so that the persons are more productive.
Okay. So you yourself are involved in the financial position of the company. So like, do you yourself invest in the market directly, regularly?
Okay, that's a very interesting question. Why is because I am a non-finance guy basically. So
Hmm.
when we started this company, we were all engineers.
Hmm.
And one of the reasons for majority of engineering companies failing is because they lack the basic financial acumen,
Hmm.
and we were no different. So the initial few years were, our backs were towards the wall because we had little clue of the financial aspect, and also engineers tend to satisfy their ego or their understanding by performing or believing in certain technology which they believe in, and keep on addressing that and losing money.
Hmm.
So we were no different. We also lost a lot of money in doing all that stuff, and
Okay.
and we also had our pitfalls.
Hmm.
Majority, I mean, quite a few pitfalls. But a lot of people stood with us, and like I believe that you're destined for things. So I did invest into share market directly, and sometimes whenever I touched FNO, I lost money,
Okay.
and whenever I went to equity, I made money. So uh, so one day I decided, it was a good kick that you
Hmm.
have your own kind of a company where
Hmm.
where you can reward the investors who have believed in you. So that is the thing. And nowadays, I handle the finances of the company. Um, of course, with the help of people around me. I
Hmm.
also believe in keeping more knowledgeable people than myself around me in their particular field, because it gives you an insight how to work.
Okay. So what does the financials of the company look like?
See, last year we did around 54 crores.
Okay.
Uh, this is the basic value I'm talking about.
Hmm.
Then we are projecting 72 to 75 crores by the end of this year. We have orders in hand of worth
Hmm.
around 55 crores. And there's almost 75 crores worth of order which are to be finalized in the next, say, 40 odd days. So generally, we are front runners in most of the jobs.
Hmm.
And because each of the director is involved
Hmm.
into the work fully, we also are highly, we understood the importance of interdependence rather
Hmm.
than working independently or being dependent on each other. So there's a lot of interdependence.
Hmm.
We share everything. We understand that by putting in our minds together, we can come out with the best scheme for the customer.
Hmm.
So again, the whole team believes that customer is important to the extent, like, they are people who have entrusted their faith in you, and it is therefore, for whatever the contract is, there, it is your duty, duty bound, morally, ethically,
Hmm.
professionally, to give it back to them, whatever they had written in the contract or whatever was the understanding. So we strive to do that. Maybe at times, because of our ignorance or because of our, or there's a misunderstanding, I won't say 100%, but then things at times do not fall in place. But our endeavor is always like that, and it's a learning experience every time.
Hmm.
So sometimes, like for example, if you have taken an order and people will not share the actual contamination in the water,
Hmm.
so they will tell you something wrong, and once you are actually
Okay.
going, so you will find that it is different from what you were told.
Hmm.
So you have to be a little careful in these things. We actually conducted 10,000 tests in one of the jobs. In the automobile sector, we did 10,000 tests on our own. We took
Hmm.
a truck full of effluent and took it to our laboratory. So it has been a great learning experience for us, and a lot of things which came into our mind. We learned a lot of things from the Japanese companies,
Hmm.
like typically, don't fix what is not broken.
Hmm.
Be loyal to your customers and to your vendors too, and don't invest into non-performing assets.
Hmm.
So our objective is that whatever corpus that comes to us is used judiciously
Hmm.
into leveraging our business, and so that in the next couple of years we can take it to a next level.
Hmm.
And without firefighting, I don't
Hmm.
believe in firefighting. I believe that if you have enough time for yourself, you must have time for yourself. So must your people who are working with you have time for themselves to think,
Hmm.
so that there is no hurry. I mean, like I said, everybody thinks differently. I would
Hmm.
like to think a little more prudently.
Hmm.
so that, when you are making mistakes, those mistakes are smaller and can be ironed out much easier, rather than trying to do extraordinary high business, and where the mistakes also loom much
Hmm.
bigger and difficult to handle. And be truthful. I
Hmm.
mean, these are some of the core values I believe in, and that has helped us.
Hmm. Since there are very few players that are also listed in the market in the very same space like yours, so do you think is it like a challenge for you, or you like a thing that it increases the faith of the business for the investors, that because the same theme of business is already involved in the market?
See, some of the you have actually very diverse kind of players in the market.
Hmm.
You have some very big players like Thermax, like Iron Exchange, like Paraj, The
Hmm.
Bag,
Hmm.
probably great.
All of them are listed?
Yes, all these four companies are listed, and they are there for quite some time. Some of them are multi-divisional companies, and they address to multi verticals, like all the verticals or some verticals.
Hmm.
So, but none of them has a proportion or percentage in the market to really write home about. But they are all well entrenched old companies.
Hmm.
So the market is so huge. I mean, it's difficult to pinpoint a number,
Hmm.
and the number of people in the market are also highly voluminous, which I feel will again get into consolidation, and most,
After some point of
yeah,
time.
and they'll become service providers only. So you need to be in that part, or in that space where you
Hmm.
can also grow to a level. And I feel that the time is ripe for companies to now rebel, because maybe after a few years, maybe it's a
Hmm.
little too late, because anyway, like I said, water is being looked into globally as a very, very important natural element to be retained. So there is these everybody has a there's abundance of work for everybody. So I think this space is right, and we generally encounter them in competition, and
Hmm.
we've been winning jobs against them also.
Okay. So just want to know one more thing. Like, because every business, if the management is great, then the business can go like manfold. So like I just want to know, like, how does the management of the Apex Ecotech look like? What's your like working culture and everything?
See, like I said, we have risen through the ranks. All the promoters have been employees earlier,
Hmm.
and then subsequently we became dealers or representatives of companies, and then we started on our own. So we understand the nuances, how it goes about it. The other thing is that we are involved into this, so all the three promoters now are whole-time directors kind of thing, and we understand. See, a lot of companies in India have come and failed. I'm
Hmm.
talking about big giants who have come and failed in this business. Uh, Somehow, we feel that we have the key to the lock now. Finally, we
Okay.
know how to unravel the potential which is there, which
Hmm.
probably was also amiss with us earlier. But now our understanding is far clearer, our visions are far clearer,
Hmm.
and we are having a second line of operations, where there's a level of redundancy which we want to build in the company for the higher ups,
Hmm.
so that the second line can be equally effective
Hmm.
and operative in the market. So more the higher management will slowly get into the monitoring stage, and of course the proposals and the design, whether I intend for personally for myself, where I can build this organization at different levels for creating redundancy. And like I said, we are trying to bring in AI into the company,
Okay.
where the person within the same working hours can do 5 times more work.
Okay.
So, which makes the whole thing highly effective in terms of performance,
Hmm.
because you make lesser number of errors when you are working on a computer-based program,
Hmm.
and you also increase the productivity by click of a button.
Hmm.
So, the errors are also ironed out by this.
Hmm.
This is something that we have in mind. Especially want to put into the project management system, because for us project management is the final execution of, or the culmination of the job.
Hmm.
So I always say you can get 100 crore order, a single guy can get it, but it takes a whole team to execute and implement it.
Hmm.
So this is where the focus in the next 6 months we'll be implementing this. And I feel that the company will be far more robust and geared up to take care of these things. And then we, like I said, we have our younger generation probably to step in.
Okay.
And so that is the succession plan also.
Okay. So do you think that AI can really contribute towards the sector of your business?
See, I feel whatever little understanding I have about AI is, I look at it in a very myopic manner, in my own manner,
Hmm.
that AI is something which has got all the answers.
Hmm.
And people have been talking about all their lives, our generation, prior to our generation, we were always looking for answers only.
Hmm.
So अगर क्वेश्चन पेपर में भी जाना है तो जी इसका आंसर क्या है, दैट्स इज हाउ यू वर स्केल्ड और यू वर रेटेड.
Hmm.
आज की डेट में सारे आंसर हैं,
Hmm.
तो अब क्या करें?
Hmm.
तो अब ये करना है कि जी क्वेश्चन क्या है. सो लाइक यू से प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियर थिंग लाइक
Hmm.
यू हैव टू फ्रेम द राइट क्वेश्चन
Hmm.
which is applicable and makes sense to you.
Hmm.
So if you make the right questions and you can frame it or you can imbibe it or implement it in your
Hmm.
systems. तो अगर आपने एआई को बोला कि जी मेरे को ये फॉर्मूला बताइए जिससे कि ऐसे करने से ऐसे हो जाए, एक चीज़
Hmm.
बताना आपको, एंड यू हैव अंडरस्टूड एंड यू इम्प्लीमेंटेड. सो जो आप काम कर रहे हो,
Hmm.
आज वो फॉर्मूला लिख रहे हो.
Hmm.
जैसे मैंने एक छोटी सी चीज़ करी थी पहले, आई टुक ऑलमोस्ट अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम मेकिंग दीज थिंग्स. हमारा कोई भी इनवॉइस जो बनता है उसमें कोई हाथ से नहीं लिखता.
Okay.
So even the letters,
Hmm.
rupees in words, are written by the computer.
Hmm.
So all my invoicing is done by a click of a button.
Hmm.
जो इंसान पहले
Not even typed.
not even typed.
Okay.
So nothing. All you have to do is there are part numbers for everything. आपने ड्रॉप डाउन है, ड्रॉप डाउन दबाया, उसका कस्टमर की सारी डिटेल आ जाती है.
Hmm.
दूसरा, आपने एक बटन दबाया तो आपको जो जो उस ऑर्डर में लिखना है वो लिखा हुआ आ जाएगा.
Hmm.
इंक्लूड आपको सिर्फ प्राइस को टाइप करना है कि
Hmm.
आपने किस ऑर्डर पे फाइनल करा, और साथ में ही वो आ जाता है कि आपने पुराने में कितने प्राइस में खरीदा था.
Okay.
सो आई कैन इमीडिएटली सी द कंपैरिजन, और दी पर्सन कैन सी कि हमने ये खरीदा था, तो ज़्यादा तो नहीं ले रहे हैं, कम तो
Hmm.
नहीं ले
Hmm.
रहे हैं.
Hmm.
और थर्ड थिंग इज़ कि वो जब सम आता है तो उसका वो वर्ड इन वर्ड भी लिखा हुआ आ जाता है.
Hmm. Hmm.
तो उसको प्रिंट आउट लेना है, साइन मारना है, पहले वो साइन मारता है, फिर ऑल दी ऑर्डर्स आर साइंड बाय मी, सो आई साइन इट. आई सी ओनली दीज थिंग्स क्विकली, सो इट टेक्स अ मिनट एक्चुअली.
Hmm.
नाउ पहले जो था वो पहले फाइल खोलता था कि
Hmm.
मैंने कब लिया है, फिर वो उसको लेके सब ये चीज़ें बनाता था. तो ही यूज्ड टू मेक 2 orders a day or something like that, or 1 order. एंड एवरी टाइम आई हैड टू हियर दिस कि सर वो नहीं मिल रहा, इसने नहीं करा, वो नहीं करा. आज की डेट में एवरीथिंग इज ऑन द ड्राइव. सो ही डज दिस, आई एंड एवरीबडी कैन एक्सेस. कोई भी हमारे ऑफिस में कोई चीज़ रिपीट नहीं करता. अगर किसी ने ए लिख दिया सपोज,
Hmm.
तो वो सबके पास ए अवेलेबल है,
Hmm.
कंसर्न लोगों के पास. सो मेरे को भी पता है कि इफ आई हैव टू गो बैक एंड रिफ्लेक्ट ऑन द ड्राइव कि इसने क्या किया, मेरे को पता लगे.
Hmm.
सो टुडे ही मेक्स 50 orders also. It doesn't matter, it will take a jiffy of a time.
Okay.
So my point was, I reduced his time.
Hmm.
I mean, the technology reduced the time,
Hmm.
and he was more productive,
Hmm.
and he had time and space to negotiate better. Because मेरे को लगता है परचेज वाले का काम ऑर्डर बनाना नहीं है.
Hmm.
परचेज वाले का काम है कि वेंडर सिलेक्शन करना है. उसका काम है एक अच्छा वेंडर के साथ उसको बेटर प्राइस लेनी है.
Hmm.
दैट इज हिज जॉब. ऑर्डर बनाना इज मोर क्लरिकल. ऑफ कोर्स यू मेक वन सिस्टम, वन ऑर्डर, एंड देन यू फॉलो इट. उसके बाद अगर उसमें वो टाइम लगा रहा है, नेगोशिएट में नहीं कर रहा, तो फिर वो है. सो यू सी लॉट ऑफ कंपनी स्पेंडिंग लॉट ऑफ टाइम इन नेगोशिएशन,
Hmm.
एंड दे विल टेल यू दी ऑर्डर बनेगा, 1 महीने बाद ऑर्डर आएगा, 15 दिन बाद ऑर्डर आएगा, एंड एक्चुअली व्हाट यू सी इज replication of the same 20 pages which come.
Hmm. Hmm.
So beats me at times, but that I don't want to follow in my company, even if we grow and upscale ourselves. So the systems need to be fast, and it should not be technology is not here to retard the speed of the system.
So do you keep on like updating yourself about each of these kind of AI and everything?
See, I implemented all these things 3 years back, and it helped us a lot.
Hmm.
And in fact, we did a course, and then on Excel.
Hmm.
All this is on Excel only, and so did our co-partners also did.
Hmm.
Now AI is something again we have, shared with everybody. So I mean, typically with ourselves. So we'll give ourselves first 3-4 months to understand.
Hmm.
But the objective is कि इसको 6 महीने में डालेंगे.
Hmm.
And I believe in that the man should drive the system.
Hmm.
But the system should not beat the man.
Hmm.
Probably it has come to me by seeing movies where the computers have taken over.
Hmm.
That's not the objective. मैं कह सकता कि इंसान को ही
Replace कर देंगे.
करना चाहिए. It is there to facilitate things.
Hmm.
It is not there to get yourself empowered by something.
Hmm.
So these are tools where you can excel in doing the same thing better.
Hmm.
सेम चीज़ जैसे आपने अगर प्रोजेक्ट में कुछ चीज़ें लगानी है तो विद द क्लिक ऑफ द बटन आपको स्टैंडर्ड चीज़ें अपने आप आ जानी चाहिए. यू डोंट हैव टू वेस्ट टाइम इन दैट. व्हाट इज मेंट फॉर व्हाट साइज ऑफ एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ. जैसे अगर आपने बोला जी मेरे को एक्स क्यूबिक मीटर पर आवर का पंप चाहिए तो आपको 5 ऑप्शन अपने आप आ जानी चाहिए.
Hmm. Hmm.
आपने में एक लिखा सो आई मीन यू डोंट हैव टू फाइंड एनीथिंग.
Hmm.
So, see, basically AI is based on the data.
Hmm.
You put good data, you put relevant data, you will get the output accordingly. So आपको data driven company बनानी है simultaneously.
Hmm.
उसके हिसाब से सब कुछ आ जाएगा. So you would shorten the time by doing all these exercises
Hmm.
and by making ARCs with companies. So immediately आ जाएगा.
Okay. So now we know much about the company. So I know more about you. Want to know more about you. So like apart from the work, what excites you the most? Like if you're not doing your work, what are you gonna do? Like if you're having a free time, you like to travel or anything else.
See, I like sports.
Okay.
Though I have not excelled in sports, I won't say that, but I have been into school teams and college teams, and I like playing.
Hmm.
So
You still play?
I used to play badminton till around 6 months back before my knees gave away.
Okay.
But like I'm a decent table tennis player and a
Okay.
badminton player, and I like playing chess.
Hmm.
And I was a good ball maker, volleyball player.
Okay.
So, and I like watching sports.
Okay.
I watch. I like Novak Djokovic because of his resilience and his ability to come back from the dead. So I
Okay.
really like him as a sports person. And generally, I like to socialize and
Hmm.
nothing much. My wife likes to travel, so I have to travel. This is how I.
So Nix, you have been to like very much of European and Japanese countries because like you need to know more about your business also, and like you just told that you have worked with Chinese people and Japanese people also. So just want to know like, do you find any like different style of working between Chinese, Japanese, and Indian people?
Yes, I do. See, Chinese and Japanese have a problem about there's a language barrier.
Hmm.
So their business is generally conducted, and you need to explain to them pictorially,
Hmm.
though they have their translators and things like that. But they are quite stickler to documentation.
Okay.
They will probably take a year to plan something,
Hmm.
and then take 6 months to execute it. But it will be right to the last nail. So they're very good about it, and for them deadlines are sacrosanct,
Hmm.
which I found a little amiss in the Indian companies. Whoever have joined hands as a joint venture with these, especially Japanese companies, are they are quite good, and that's where I said the learning has come from the fact that uh, if they want something, it is not something that will become an eyewash. They will make it properly run for whatever you have written. So if you have written that 98% of water would be recycled back,
Hmm.
so it has to be 98%.
Hmm.
And they are very quality conscious. Some of the Indian companies have also now become as joint ventures. But I feel that yes, there is a difference. And their hierarchy is very, very strong. I mean, especially Japanese, they will not counter their bosses.
Do you also try to incorporate that theme in your company as well?
Um, not really, I guess, because we try to strive to, do what we are wanting to or what we have, uh, accepted. But then I think there's a scope to improve, a lot of scope to improve.
Hmm.
But yes, some of the things we have picked up from them, like we work with most of the companies who have stood with us for a long time. And we believe in quality.
Okay.
I remember the first time we did a work for a Japanese company, I almost, tore my hair, I said, what is this here? But then I didn't not realize that sooner or later they will be forming 90% of our business.
Anything quite challenging that you face convincing them?
See, more so their expectation of work is close to perfection.
Okay.
So whether it is your finer points like painting and the- they have huge green books and blue books which define how everything is made. Now you have set up a big plant and uh, everything is fine, and you have a staircase which has got a toe guard, and that toe guard is 1 inch lesser. So you need to correct it and make it 1 inch more. So I mean, they'll get into those kind of finer points. Safety is another very big aspect which is taking over India in a very big way. All the big companies are very conscious about safety, and we are learning with them. So yes, these are challenges where you have to upgrade yourself each and every moment, and stand together. And then it is important that most of the companies, at least our company, is top to bottom. So if we are thinking like that, that we need to do in a specific manner, so it runs down the company. So generally we try to do as per customer expectations. We need to build up our own systems as as the company is evolving and growing. We want to make a wholesome company within ourselves. That we learn and actually start imbibing everything that is our to core to us. So these are few values which are pretty core to us, and I always believing in truthfulness. Whether it is in terms of your proposal, your final commitments, or your execution plan. So even if you are going late or if something is not happening in the right perspective, I think it is important that you are able to convey this to your investor. Is one word. When I say investor, means anybody who's invested in you. It could be in the form of a client, it could be in the form of a employee, it could be in the form of a financial investor, or through anyway, or your vendor or anybody. So every year we are trying to improve on, say, better payment terms for vendors,
Okay.
all those things. So I mean, that's how I would like to go about it. There's some kind of differentiation in the company in terms of legacy and performance.
Okay. So lastly, I would like to know, like, since you know that what platform we are offering, and as a Bootswheel, we just like to have a conversation with those people that have the power to like give the community a good investable companies, also to the companies that are contributing towards the future, that can be very sustainable, also that have the future good future outlook. So, what do you think that this platform is it beneficial for the public that we are providing?
Uh, can you rephrase the question, please? I mean, what exactly are you asking?
I'm asking, so basically, because ये जो प्लेटफॉर्म है, इसमें हम उन कंपनीज को इंट्रोड्यूस करना चाहते हैं जो बेसिकली पब्लिक के लिए काफ़ी बेनिफिशियल हो सकते हैं, इन्वेस्टिंग के लिए भी, और बेसिकली उन कंपनीज का जिनका फ्यूचर है, जिनको पब्लिक नहीं जानती, जिनका बट फ्यूचर काफ़ी अच्छा हो सकता है। तो ऐसा क्या लगता है आपको, प्लेटफॉर्म कहाँ पे हेल्प कर सकता है कंपनीज को?
See, I'm quite kicked when you first told me, you come on this podcast, and, there are a couple of things which are quite good in the sense that in a very short span, the audio visual effect is far more relatable than, the text part of it. Now, our RHP or DRHP is like 300 plus 400, whatever pages. The content, all the content is important, but then it's difficult to go through it, and then understand what you're wanting to convey. Because at times, quite a few things are written down from the internet and things like that. Here you are actually, making people believe on showing that who are the people who are investing or want you to invest into it. So it's live, it's one to one, and the span is short. So within you can be driving your car or sitting in your drawing room, or
You can know
your
about the
office.
company in
Yeah,
like
you can
30
come.
minutes.
You are come to know, and then I always believe that when you're sitting or looking at something, you can make decisions far better. So कोविड में एक चीज़ मेरे को कभी समझ नहीं आई, मतलब आई ऑलवेज फाउंडेड लाइक ओल्ड स्कूल थॉट कि वीसी करने से और सामने आमने बैठने में बहुत फ़र्क है. सो आई ऑलवेज बिलीव के लोग जब देखेंगे, विज़ा विज़ जब लोग पढ़ेंगे, तो उनको बहुत ज़्यादा फ़र्क पता
फर्क
लगेगा.
पड़ेगा।
And then they can decide for themselves, which will be far truer to the facts. So I think it's a wonderful initiative that you are taking, and It will help people make a better decision, whichever way.
Hmm.
But then their decision will be more factual based.
Yeah.
And then they can probably go through the prospectus and have a
If
better
they want to go
understanding.
ahead.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you so much for coming.
The pleasure is all mine, Ronak. Thanks so much for hosting me over here. And I hope it does help me and our company to, be see better success in the future.
Surely, surely.
Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank you.